Hello, people of YouTube. Good morning, YouTube land. This is your captain speaking. Oh, Captain, my captain. From now on, let's just make things easier. You can always refer to me anytime you want as Oh, Captain, my captain. If you don't like that, you can also call me the Shaman of Sexy or Dr. Cool or just Dean W. Lewis. That's a good name, strong name. But I prefer, Oh Captain, my captain. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Oh Captain, my captain, your clothes are different. You're not wearing your shirt buttoned and you have a t-shirt under it. Well, you're right. That's true. Let me show you this shirt. This is a, this t-shirt is a local metalcore band called Keep Me Alive. My son plays in this band with a few of his buddies, and let me tell you something, they are that damn good. They are. They got a show coming up in Clarksville, Tennessee here pretty soon. I'll post some links to that in my next video if everybody wants them. Keep Me Alive, KMA, Keep Me Alive. Here's a shirt. Here's our hat. They're cool. Now, I get it. You're also saying, well, what's up with this funky retro 80s shirt that says Grandpa on it? Well, let me tell you about that. My granddaughter, not gonna spill the beans about everything with her. She's too little. But every year on my birthday, I get a button-up white shirt that she paints. And it's got fingerprints and handprints and footprints and smears and just whatever. And every year on my birthday, as she grows and develops and changes and learns to do more things, my shirts get a little different every year. So I'm looking forward to my next one on my birthday this year. She just turned 4. It'll be my 3rd shirt because, you know, the first one, they didn't do it. So my daughter got the idea on her 2nd birthday. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to my next shirt coming on my birthday this year very shortly. What? When? On the 4th of July. That's right, because I'm a firecracker, baby. So, without further ado, we're going to get into this week's video. You will not see my face as much in this video, because I'm going to have to tilt my camera down to show you what's going on. But we are going to tackle the really, this is not going to be a cooking video. It's not going to be a humor video. We're going to tackle the really, real world issue of global warming and the sea level rising. It's a really real world issue, and I'm going to teach you why it's completely bogus. So stay tuned. We're going to go through this. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so we have a flat bowl full of water. This is going to represent the ocean. We have Bounty paper towels. This video is unofficially sponsored by Bounty, the quicker picker upper, the best paper towel. I promise you, if you're a tattoo artist, the generic ones do not work. These work. You can wring these out and reuse them. So Bounty, hey, hit me up. Maybe we'll do a paid promotion, or you can give me some free paper towels for my video or something. I don't know. Anyway, these paper towels are going to represent sandbag barriers, New Orleans, Biloxi, Pensacola, Key West, whatever, okay? You get the point. Ocean, barriers around towns. Now, this is not to perfect scale, but we're going to do some math and equation all that out, okay? So, global warming. Hoax? Nah, let's not say hoax. Fact or fiction? Global warming. According to scientists, global warming is making the icebergs melt, sea levels rise. Okay? Short, simple, sweet, to the point. Icebergs melt, sea level rises. Now, I've always said the icebergs melt, they're going to expose more land. The sea level, they're saying every 1,000 years is going to rise by ½ an inch. So if it raises the sea level ½ an inch, but exposes 180 square miles of land, you just created more land for people to live on. if it's warm enough for the ice to melt, it's warm enough for us to inhabit. Just saying. So there's my first point. If it's warm enough for ice to melt, then it is warm enough for us to inhabit. And ooh, it's going to rise a half an inch. That doesn't even cover my toes when I'm sitting at the beach. Just saying. Personal opinion. But we're going to get into the facts of the matter. So, according to science, and I made some notes. Please excuse me for having to read them, but I'm old and my brain can only retain so much knowledge at one time. So, according to science, there have been 5 ice ages in the last 1 million years. This is not debatable as far as science goes. This is just what they say is. So if science is correct, there have been 5 ice ages in the last 1 million years. Funny thing about ice ages is they don't last, which means the ice has to melt. The ice ages covered the oceans, covered the continents, filled the oceans with icebergs, covered the continents with snow and ice. Somehow, all of that melted, which means the planet warmed up after the ice age. Funny thing is, over the last 1 million years, there were no humans driving cars. So quit picking on the cars. Sure, make some electric cars for whoever wants them, but the rest of us do not. So you can blame it on the cars and the fossil fuels and everything else that you want. But fact is, the facts are 5 ice ages, which means 5 times it has melted without humans burning fossil fuels. Now, I guess technically we're in the 5th melting of. So, but if it's happened 4 times before, what's so abnormal about it happening again now? A lot of people like to blame it on dinosaurs. Well, the dinosaurs weren't around for all 4 of them before this 5th one. They were around during the 4th ice age into the birth of the 5th ice age. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure I did see a documentary that had a purple dinosaur driving a car. Oh, wait. No, wait. That's the Flintstones. I'm sorry. That's a cartoon. Pretty damn real, though. The Flintstones, based on fact. Yes, so dinosaurs weren't driving cars. I don't know. Maybe they farted enough to warm it up. But what about before the dinosaurs? The 3 ice ages before that? I don't know. So anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the current. Okay, so now you're going to blame it on cars and fossil fuels and carbon footprint and all this and that. This is where this comes into play. So, according to some recent news, containers on ships have been falling into the ocean. This is not anything new. However, it's happened a little more in the last few months than ever before in history. So here's the deal. This year alone, 3,500 full containers have fallen off ships into the ocean onto the ocean floor. That is higher than normal. The average is 1,000 a year. This year is 3,500. Thank you for coronavirus, making everybody shop at home, doing this world export, let's ship everything from China and Germany and Australia and God knows where across the ocean to something else. So 3,500 containers have fallen into the ocean floor this year. This year alone. Now, the average was 1,000 containers a year per year for the last 10 years. So if you take 1,000 containers a year for the last 10 years, plus the 3,500 this year, that is 13,500 containers sitting on the ocean floor. And they're full of product. If somebody can scuba dive down there, they're probably going to get like some Nike shoes and some smart watches and all kinds of cheap stuff off of Wish. Probably half of them are cheap stuff off of Wish. But I mean, hey, if you sell that stuff for $1 each, you're probably going to be rich. So my advice to you, if you're looking for a, if you're looking for a retirement plan, get some scuba gear. Go find these containers. Save you some Nike shoes and everything that Wish.com has to offer. Not sponsored by Wish.com. Never. So anyway, $1,000 a year for the last 10 years plus 3,500 this year. That equals 13,500 containers in the last 10 years. Now, from 1970 to 2010, that's 40 years. The average was 700 containers, which brings that up over 40 years, 70 to 2010, to 28,000 containers falling off ships, sitting on the bottom of the ocean floor. You add that 28,000 to the 13,500 over the last 10 years, that is 41,500 containers that have fallen off ships into the ocean floor. Here's where it gets really fun, guys. Blame the ocean level rising on whatever iceberg melting you want. Blame it on the Titanic. Started it all. Doesn't matter. Here's the facts. And the facts are, here's your ocean. And your ocean is full. See, at the top here, the water touches. That's the coastline. All right? That's the coastline. Now, we have very, very small gravel. Some's bigger than others. Some smaller than others. I've actually counted this. It's taken me 5 weeks to count all of this to do it to scale. So, 41,500. This is 4,150. So each one of these is going to represent 10 containers on average. Here's your ocean. Here's your coastline. Let's dump in 41,000 worth of containers and see what happens. Oh no, the ocean spilled over onto the coastline. It raised up. Oh no, all our sandbags from all our cities are getting destroyed. It raised up. That's just from the containers, guys. Let me clean this up because I don't want my wife to kill me today. She's still mad at me about that haircut. So, and to be honest, guys, I only dumped 2/3 of the containers into this ocean. But wait, there's more. But we are going to, we got to move this ocean. Give me a minute. Okay, so I got smart and moved this experimenting project outside so that I don't ruin anything in the house. So, anyway, we just went through the containers. Now our ocean's filled up. It's to the top still. We, I don't know if you can see them, but we still have our containers in the ocean there. All right, so we're not done. That's just containers. Now, according to the same science, over the course of history, there are over 3 million unrecovered shipwrecks on the ocean floor. And these go from as small to a John boat to as big as the Titanic. So let's average that out to half the size of the Titanic, because nothing's that big and very few John boats are shipwrecked in the ocean. Most of them are in lakes or ponds, right? So let's do half the size of that. Our ocean spilled over again. 1 million shipwrecks cause the ocean to spill over again, if you can see that water. Now, yeah, keep blaming it on fossil fuels and cars, right? Now, let's take the averages because they keep going up. The thing is, in this modern world, there's more and more and more e-commerce and shipping things all over the globe. So, going by the averages, the average of growth that we have seen over the last 20 years of global commerce, and the average of that expansion, this represents the next 20 years of global commerce that is shipped on containers across the ocean. This is a couple of averages. This is the average of shipwrecks. This is the average of containers lost times 20 years. Here's our ocean. So for the next 20 years, your ocean's gone thanks to global e-commerce and nothing to do with my gasoline 11-mile-a-gallon Jeep or 13-mile-a-gallon truck. Quit picking on the electric cars. Let's start focusing on the real problem. The real problem is we can't make a better ship. We can't find a better way to ratchet strap a container to it. We can't find a better way to cross the ocean than a ship that's unsturdy when it gets on top of some waves. Really? Let's focus on the real problem. The real problem is not plugging a car into the side of your damn house. The real problem is our need to be consumers and not producers. That's the truth. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.